FlossTube, it's Lorna the Ladybird Stitcher. Today is Wednesday the 28th of November and I'm here for my first week of Christmas stitching. Today is wet, windy, kind of wintry, even though we've got summer starting on Saturday. But anyway, that means that my lighting is really poor. I've got all my blinds open, so I'm letting in as much light as I possibly can. But I've also got the artificial lights on. It's just really dark. It's only about 19 degrees, which is about 66 degrees Fahrenheit, which for 2 days before summer in Sydney, it's quite cool. So that's the weather report. I'm not complaining. I'm loving this kind of weather. I'm hoping that a cooler spring means a cooler summer. We can only hope. So yeah, that's the weather report. I'll get into stitching. This is only going to be really short. I don't have any haul. It's just going to be about 4 projects, I think, that I've worked on. I'll just go through what I've worked on in the last week. So the first thing I wanted to do was finish off the the ampersand block in the Prairie Schooler alphabet, which I did. So here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And here it is now. So this is being stitched on 28 count Lugana 1/1. And I made a little bit of a change. Here they've kind of filled it in with 3371, really dark brown. I've left that out. I didn't think my letters would show up, my numbers would show up if I stitched it that way. And also I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but they actually didn't leave a space between the letters here and that line of brown stitching there. I did leave a space. That was accidental, but I didn't think I'd need to change it, so I've left it. So yeah, that's that one, and I'll go back to stitching in for Nest, I think it is, after the Christmas stitching in January. So then on Thursday, I finished that on Thursday morning. So Thursday, I got my daughter to spin the wheel, the Tiny Decisions app for me. And it came up with Jane Austen at the Christmas Ball by Brooke's Books Publishing. And here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And this is how much I managed to stitch. I decided that I would just stitch the first page. So this all needs to be assembled once it's finished. The skirt is stitched on a different page and then glued onto or sewn onto the head and the bodies of her dress. I think the wings are separate, the leaves are separate, the fan, is that the fan? Yep, the fan's separate. And then I think she has a stand as well. So this is all kind of in bits and pieces. So this is the first bit. There's no more stitching on this sheet of perforated paper. So I just wanted to complete that. I have done except for the beading, and that got me through till Monday morning, I think, or Sunday night. So yeah, that's that one. There's a lot of colours. I know you probably can't tell, but there are actually a lot of colours in her face, and that made it really thick, almost a bit like confetti, like having confetti. And it seems really strange to say about a perforated paper project, but there were a lot of colours in there. And so backstitching was kind of hard, just to get the needle through all the stitches. But the coverage is fantastic because you use 3 strands of DMC. And so this was also a little bit difficult getting the needle through for this kind of backstitch. But it's all worked out. I'm really happy with the way it looks. I wasn't looking forward to working on this one. This was probably the least favourite of the Christmas stitches that I selected. So I was glad to get it out of the way early, but when I started working on it, I enjoyed it. So even the Chronic that I found was really difficult in her hair, I didn't mind it so much down here. That's that's stitched there and that's back stitched. They're cross stitches and back stitched there, so I didn't mind it this time. It is number 8 Chronic braid, yeah, number 8 braid Chronic, and so I think that's probably a little bit too thick. It does sort of shred through this perforated paper, but it was fine. I just used shorter lengths and it worked well. So that's that one. The next day, so Monday morning, I think, yeah, so that I finished that one on Sunday, and then Monday morning I asked my daughter to spin the wheel again, and it selected the same one, Jane Austen at the Christmas Ball, and I didn't want to go back to working on that one. I think I'm going to remove it from the wheel because I don't want to pick it up again this session. But then we spun it again and we got a Mill Hill ornament, and I selected Pink Poinsettia, which is now finished. I didn't have much time to work on it on Monday, but I finished it Monday evening and Tuesday morning. So stitched, beaded, there's a treasure that goes there that leaves the treasure, and then you just have to cut around it and assemble it. These are 2 separate bits of perforated paper, so that pink part is separate to the base. So you just stick it together, and then I just stuck a piece of scrapbooking paper on the back and put a bit of floss here so that it can hang on the Christmas tree. So that's done. That's an FFO, and all the perforated paper in this stitching I think is finished. So that was good getting it out of the way in the first couple of sessions. The wheels was spun again yesterday, Tuesday, and it came up with Santa's Village, and so I'll be working on the North Pole post office, which is that one. Here's what this whole project looked like the last time you saw it. And here's where it is now. Hopefully that's easier to see. So I have stitched this row of white. I just need to go back and fill in the red. I had started stitching the snowflakes, and I had also stitched the pole and a couple of the envelopes that are hanging on the line there, but I got to the bottom of the pole and it was far too close to this snow here, which is the next block over. So I miscounted the number of white stripes, basically, because I used those as reference for the snowflake, and then I used the snowflake as reference for the pole, and it's too far over to this side. So that's all going to need to be removed, just the snowflakes. I've removed the pole already. I think I'm going to start on the snow. I usually like to start from the top and work my way down, but I think with this piece it'll be a little bit more accurate if I start on the snow and work my way up, and that way I'll get the majority of the white out of the way, which I don't like. I prefer the colours to the white stitching. So yeah, that's where that is at the moment. Bit of negative stitching to go, but hopefully I'll be back on track soon, and by the time I show up again next week, I'm hoping it won't be so bad. So there's that one. So plans are when I finish Santa's Village to spin the wheel again and see what comes up. That will probably take me a few more days, I think. Hopefully not a whole week, but whatever happens on the 1st of December, Saturday, the Guardians of Notre Dame, the final block of that will be released, and I plan to finish that one Saturday or Sunday. Saturday's really busy here. We've got my daughter's mother's group Christmas party, then we've got a dinner, and so it's going to be quite busy. So I'll hopefully be able to stitch on it that evening. Sunday is fairly quiet, so I'm hoping to finish it by Sunday, and then I can get back to Christmas stitching. It'll be fantastic if I can finish this one by Friday, so that I can just move on to something new when I finish the Guardians of Notre Dame, but I don't think that's going to happen, especially if the negative stitching continues. Let's hope the frog stays well away. But that's all I've got for you. I did have a little bit of haul, but it's mainly just DMC and DMC Etoile. Robin and I took a trip to JK's Cross Stitching Supplies on the central coast of New South Wales on Saturday, and we kind of spent some time with Janet, which was really fun, and we looked at her stash, and I bought some DMCs. I won't show you those because everyone knows what DMC looks like. I also purchased, the real reason we wanted to go up was both of us kind of wanted bulky things, and we didn't really want to spend the money on postage. I don't have it with me, but I bought the applicator for the Lowry stand to put large scroll frames on it. I'm hoping that will kind of stop the tilting, because at the moment if you put a large scroll frame on the Lowry stand, it kind of topples. This attachment, did I call it an applicator before? It's not an applicator, it's an attachment. It kind of moves the center of gravity closer to where the pole is of the stand. I haven't actually tried it, but once I set it up, might film a video. I know Ginger Gerald has a really good video on that one, so he's probably a better one to watch on that. But if I can get it working, I'll see how it is and let you know what I think of it. Yeah, that's all I've got. I'll hope to come back next week again if I have something to show you. If I don't have enough, if I only have 1 or 2 projects, I'll probably wait for the week after. But everyone, take care. If you are in Sydney, please watch the road, like drive safely. It is very, very wet today. I think they've already received a month's worth of rain this morning, and it's only, I think, 8:30 at the moment in the morning. So I've just dropped my daughter off to preschool, and yeah, they're expecting flash floods and things. If you're in Queensland where the fires are, please stay safe. My husband had to fly up there this morning for work. He's not in the fire area, but yeah, I'm hoping that it stays that way. Anyone who is unlucky enough to be in that area, please stay safe. Don't risk your life for your belongings. You're much more important than they are. Take care, and I will see you again, if not next week, the week after. Bye, everyone.